What's up, y'all? It's your girl Miracle back with another one alongside with her co-host
Creole Barbie.
And today's topic is we got a topic request: feeling abandoned during a relationship.
Yes.
You go first, sis.
Well, first I'm going to actually go ahead and say shout out to Shaky.
Shout out to Shaky.
Because Shaky is who actually wanted us to touch on this topic. Feeling abandoned in a relationship.
Mm-hmm.
But see, I feel like this. The first important thing is to actually understand before you even feel like you're being abandoned in a relationship, is to see exactly what causes abandonment in a relationship.
Right.
So some of the things that I feel like can cause abandonment in relationships is work.
Yes.
Especially when two people have different work schedules that don't coincide.
You don't have enough time.
You don't have enough time. And so that person may have a job and the other person may be a stay-at-home parent.
That's right.
Or a stay-at-home spouse. And so they may have more time than the other person.
Yeah.
But that person may be at work all day. They come home, they ready to eat and sleep.
They're tired. They're exhausted.
But I do feel like you also have to make sure that you make time for your spouse.
Yeah, that's true.
So they don't feel abandoned.
That's true.
And that's where infidelity sometimes come in with people. It's because they feel like if they're not getting the time they need from the person they're with, they go seek elsewhere.
Now hold on, wait a minute. She's absolutely right. But to add to what you just said, that does not mean that it is okay.
For sure, no.
Just because you're not getting the time that you need does not mean you go out and seek time. But this is normal. We see this on a day-to-day basis. People do that. It does not mean that it's okay. It does not mean it's acceptable. So try to find other ways to resolve the problem, if that's the best way to say it.
For sure.
So I would also say people feel abandoned during a relationship when they don't feel like they're being, like you said, she's a words of affirmation. Or she's the gifter. You were the gifter.
Right.
I love words of affirmation. Tell me I look nice. Make me feel like even though we don't have that time balanced, you still see me.
Absolutely.
You still know I'm there. And you're not afraid to be like, okay, I'm just in this house and I feel like I'm alone. Because some of y'all be living together, but y'all act like roommates.
But you know what? If someone is doing that, sometimes that could be lack of interest.
That's true.
And we have to sometimes be able to distinct what it is that why we feeling like we're being abandoned. It might not just be that they're always busy in their work.
Yeah. They just ain't even trying. Sometimes you don't even try to be a better person for your spouse or whomever you are dating.
Yes.
You got to at least try. But the best thing before man or woman, before y'all even go out and do something crazy, sit down and have a conversation. Talking goes a long way.
I'm happy you said that about sitting down, having a conversation, because sometimes people may be having in their mind what you did 2 months ago. So that might be a resentment factor to why you're feeling abandoned and they're not acknowledging you.
That's right.
Because it could be some hurts in that past argument that hadn't gotten resolved yet.
Ooh, that was good, sis. That was good. And a lot of the times when you're in a relationship, if you don't want to feel abandoned, you have to learn how to LIG it. We say this all the time.
That's right.
You got to LIG it. If you don't want to LIG, you want to keep on being angry, mad, and miserable, then you need to just let it go and move on.
For sure.
Don't sit around and waste somebody's time. Don't waste a trying person's time.
Yes.
Because most of the time, when another person is trying, the one that's always angry, they're the ones that don't even care to try.
Absolutely.
And that's selfish.
It's very selfish.
Where do we come to a common ground and a mutual understanding in this situation? Because neither one of us want to feel abandoned.
No, you don't. You don't want to feel abandoned. And honestly, it causes a lot of chaos.
Yeah.
Also, it can cause some really serious pain to you mentally or that spouse.
Yeah.
Such as Judge Mathis.
That's right. Ooh, I'm glad you brought that up.
Because he actually acknowledged that he was abandoning his wife.
Yeah.
He said
He spoke on it too, and I respect him for that. Shout out to Judge Matthews.
and he also wanted to actually speak on it to also show other men what abandonment looks like.
That's right.
And how not to let that ruin your marriage, because he was with his wife for
A
decades.
long time, y'all.
And for them to go through that, and I'm happy that they're in a space now that they can actually be back together.
Yeah.
But I know in my heart, I feel like he was in fear of losing her.
That's right.
And so sometimes we do get caught up in other things. But it's always good that if a person is able to take accountability,
That's right.
self-reflect, and
Yeah.
redirect
That's
back
say
into
that
their
again,
purpose.
sis. Say that again. No, you gotta say that again.
A person who takes accountability, self-reflect, and redirect
That's
back
right.
into that purpose
That's right.
is always important.
That's right.
But you have to know yourself in order to even be able to do things like that.
With
And
somebody else.
exactly,
Mhm.
exactly, and know what is your driven purpose, what desire you to be in this relationship.
That's right.
Because so many people could have just done wrong and went ahead and went their separate ways.
Yeah.
But for him to actually take the time out to fix it and also raise awareness for younger men that's looking at him,
Yeah.
I mean, I give him all hats off to him.
Me too. And just
Yeah.
to add to what you said, that kind of ties back into what I said last week. When you really want something, you're going to change.
You are.
When you really are afraid of losing somebody, you're going to change. No matter what it takes. I don't care if it took 12 months, 5 years. You're going to change because you are in fear. When you really genuinely, truly love somebody and you don't want to lose that person, you don't have to have somebody be like, look here, Jim, you did that last week and we told you already numerous of times you need to fix that. You don't have to keep doing that, because eventually they're going to show you in a way that they're trying to do better.
Yes.
They're trying to be better. They want to show up for you physically, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually, because you got to keep God first at the end of the day.
That's right.
So I feel like if you're in a relationship and you're feeling any type of abandonment, y'all need to sit down. Let's start with this. Step 1. I'm about to create some steps. I got you. I heard you. Step 1. What process do we need to go to? Step 2. Sit down and talk about it. Not yelling, not screaming, not shouting, not arguing, not agreeing to disagree. This is not a debate. This is a serious matter. When your relationship is in turmoil, you have to learn how to be two adults. The same way y'all met, start dating, got physical, however you did it, you have to be those same two adults that say, okay, babe, it's time to sit down and put this fire out that's been burning so we can get back to a better space. Step 3, after you've talked, y'all come up with a resolution. Babe, I'm asking you, what can I do to be better of assistance to you so you don't feel this way? And don't ever dismiss anybody's feelings, men and women. Then the men say, well, babe, what can I do for you to be the wife that I need you to be, and so that I don't feel this way? It has to be mutual. And y'all have to come to an understanding. Step 4, before y'all start working on y'all's goals, go to God. Make sure you're in your word. Make sure you're praying every day, because at the end of the day, the devil is attacking your relationship. He don't like to see you happy. He come in to kill, steal, and destroy. And if you don't know that, there's something wrong.
For sure.
Step 6 is, do we need to go to church, or can we have church at home? Because see, I'm one of them believers is, the devil sit in a church too. Ain't nothing you can tell me about a church. I don't care. I'm sorry. Y'all can come for me if y'all want to. That's just my own personal opinion. Me and my family can sit on my couch. I have a preferred pastor that I listen to on a daily basis, and he is a real prophet, and I've already done my research. I would prefer to me and my family sit at home and watch church. Do y'all need to go to church? Do you need counseling? You got to come up with all of these evaluations, because again, the word love is not easy. Never in a situation.
That's right.
And I hope y'all heard me. You don't ever want to be in, no matter, even if y'all not even serious, you don't want to feel like We're just two friends. And then you start sitting in a room by yourself, and then you're like, what are we doing?
For sure.
Is this real? Am I dreaming? Do he love me? Do she love me? Is this my lifetime partner? Is he my lifetime partner? Why do we keep arguing? Is this meant to be? Is it not meant to be? Did God bring us together? You have to do the work in order for you to see what love means, so that you do not feel abandoned in your relationship. And love, y'all, no matter where it comes from, whether it be from your family, your friends, your uncle, whatever it may be, love is never easy.
No.
And it's gonna hurt sometimes, but you gotta pick and choose. Is that hurt worth me walking away? Or is that hurt worth me as an adult taking the accountability that I need to take on my end, so that we can meet at a common ground? See, some of y'all don't take accountability and y'all want to do this. It's selfish, because when you go to that altar, you don't say, I'm marrying myself. You say, I do, and then your husband say he does. Then you got your family around and say, we do too. We're agreeing, and we in agreement with them. We handing them away. So when you get into a bad situation, you can't turn around and say, well, he did this or she did this. Y'all missed the most important part. The two shall become one. So y'all need to come to a common ground so that y'all's commitment can work. I pretty much touched it.
You did.
Because I know what that feels like. You can be dating somebody for so long, whether it be man or a woman. I'm not just talking about one sex. And you can really make your partner feel like we're in the same household, but this person is on the east side, I'm on the south side. And that ain't no good feeling.
No, it isn't.
And make sure you're giving words of affirmation on a daily basis. Make your partner feel like they mean the world to you. They are important to you. They are your number one priority. And I'm going to say this, and I don't care what nobody say. When you get with somebody, if children are not involved, make sure you make your spouse a priority.
For sure.
I mean, of course, it's God first, and it's your spouse next. Because at the end of the day, if you're choosing to share your life with this person, you got to make sure that it's right on the way it needs to be. And if you make any type of mistake, you got to be a big man or a big woman enough to say, you know what? I could have did that different.
That's right.
I could have reacted different. I could have showed him that I loved him different. I could have showed her that I loved her different. Because y'all wait till it gets so bad, and then this happens. Then y'all crying. Y'all blowing up phones. Y'all trying to figure out where did it go wrong, when all it took was one simple conversation to come into agreement. And sometimes, like, women don't think like men, and men don't think like women. So when you sit down and you have that conversation, you're able to be like, what can I do to be better for you and me? Because you can't just be changing just for your spouse. You got to do it for you too. And you got to remain consistent with it. You can't be like, well, what can I do for you that's going to make this be better? And then tomorrow you do the same stuff. That's not being genuine.
No, it isn't.
And do you really love me? Because at that point you're going to start questioning, do you really love me?
Yeah, you will.
The abandonment stuff, y'all, is deep. Make sure that you're showing up and you're showing out for your spouse on a regular basis. And don't start something only to do this. Because with love, there is no finish line. It's until you're dead and gone.
That's right.
If you choose it, but the right way with God. You can't be like, well, when Pookie started dating me back in 2012, he was calling me every morning, texting me every morning, saying that I look beautiful. And then 3 months in the relationship, he just stopped texting me, and I wonder what changed. But also, women, y'all gotta look at you. You gotta look at you. I'm about to drop some gems. I bet you half of y'all don't even know this. A man's energy is based off of his woman.
For sure.
I bet y'all didn't even know that. And I'm not just coming for women, because a lot of the time men y'all change the way we feel too. Because we don't like, as women, when our loved ones are hurting, because it pisses us off too. Excuse my French. But you have to make sure you're controlling your energy in that environment. Don't be walking around crappy and grumpy all the time, because then you make your spouse like that. And that potentially does this to them. They go so far away from you, they don't even want to be in your presence. And then you go turn around and say, well, what changed? Why Pookie stopped texting me? Did you look at yourself in the mirror?
Exactly.
Did you see what you've been doing? Because you're probably been being disrespectful and Pookie didn't like it.
That's right.
Or then or the man is like, well, what happened? She used to always tell me I'm handsome and say thank you for opening up my doors and this, that, and the third. Now she just rude. No, sweetheart. Come here, man. You got to look in that mirror and see what you possibly did to make Annette change. Because Annette didn't just wake up and say, I'm going to be mean to him. You did something and she did not like it.
That's right.
And in a relationship, you're going to always dislike something about your spouse. But when that love overbeats the dislike, who cares? And they really have to stop caring about what other people think. I'm going to tell y'all something real quick right now. No matter how mad I get at my husband, no matter how mad he get at me, I'll be telling people, we could have been going off, maybe gotten a little bit loud and neighbors may have seen me, but do you think I care what them neighbors think about us still being in the house together?
Right.
Because at the end of the day, baby, you don't dictate my life. God does. So if I made a decision, it wasn't your business. The neighbor across the street, my mama, my daddy, it wasn't nobody's business but me, him, and God.
That's right.
So y'all got to make sure that y'all not hurting people, making people feel like they're lonely. Because abandonment turns into depression, anxiety, fear. It makes you not even want to be open to loving nobody, including yourself.
For sure. It definitely.
Y'all got to be careful. That was a really good topic. And I'm glad that, who was it again?
Shaky.
I'm glad that you picked that, Shaky. Shout out to Shaky. I wanted to let you know that a lot of people don't talk about abandonment.
For sure.
Because it's real. Just like they don't talk about mental health or anxiety. The stuff that we need to be talking about. Like sometimes y'all folks be out here sleeping. I said this on my live the other day. Y'all too busy worried about P. Diddy and what he got going on. Y'all not even woke. Elections coming up. Open your eyes. Y'all didn't notice that COVID is coming back. That's the stuff that matters. Who cares? Y'all been knowing how P. Diddy was. We all did. Since I was High. Who cares? That's not what's important. We ain't gonna go off too much into that because everybody talking about it. But the moral of the story is stay woke, stay humble, and stay blessed, and keep God. And don't make people feel like they're alone when they have somebody.
No, that's just a horrible feeling.
That's a horrible feeling. You don't ever want to feel like that.
No, you don't.
Like, it makes you feel like, do I even matter? And then you'll start thinking that everybody around you don't care.
And it brings on insecurity.
Yes. Ooh, say that again.
It definitely brings on insecurity.
Yes, with everything. And it's bad. I'm not just saying, because men are insecure too, just as bad as women nowadays.
Yes.
But women, we're natural overthinkers. So it's like 10 times worse. And it shouldn't have to be that way, y'all. Most of the time, when somebody feel an abandoned relationship, they're trying to fight for it. They want it to work. Because 9 times out of 10, they already came out some bull.
Exactly.
They don't want to go step into some more bull. They want to go on that straight path, successful career, entrepreneurship, whatever it may be, with their loved one right there by their side.
That's right.
But you got to keep God. Did you want to add anything, sis, before I close it out?
I think you did a beautiful job.
Thank you.
You really did.
That really touched me because I was just like, don't nobody talk about that.
No, we don't.
And is it Shaky?
Shaky.
Shaky, I apologize. I kind of switched the topic just a little bit so we was able to talk about it, but I hope you can forgive me and just know I got your back. But y'all, that pretty much closes that out. I also wanted to let y'all know the holidays are coming up. And we ain't telling yet. But we need y'all interact, comment, like, share. Spread the word. We love to hear from y'all thoughts about anything, what y'all feel. Y'all might think differently than what we think. And we ain't gonna judge y'all. We might just want we just be so excited to hear. So make sure y'all go and subscribe to me, sis YouTube channel. And I will put this our channels in the comment if I drop it on another platform, but it's gonna be on YouTube. But
and shout out to everybody on Spotify.
That's right. I forgot to say that.
Definitely.
Just everybody just stay engaged. We appreciate y'all. We love y'all. We thank y'all for the support. Thank y'all for being consistent supporters. Yes. We got a bunch of those. And I'm always shout out my girl Jordan.
Hey Jordan.
So without further ado, I just wanted to say y'all have an amazing day on purpose. Love yourself for you might love somebody else. Don't make nobody feel abandoned. Show them that they matter. Show respect at all times. And always be mindful and communicate. Come to a common ground and your relationship will be okay. So, I appreciate y'all's time. Thank y'all for tuning in. And I hope y'all have an amazing night. Stay prayed up. Sisterhood Convos.
See you next